Faith and family. Faith and family. As I said, this week is all about family. I said this is the week of family because traditionally in most homes that Thanksgiving is when families will gather and give thanks about what God has done in their lives throughout this year. And hopefully it's not just a one-time event. But nevertheless, whether it is or is not, I've declared that this is the week of family. And to that end, I've raised this whole thing about faith and family today. On yesterday, it was the frailty of family, and the day before, it was family first. So we're going down this road, and I want you to continue to go down this road with me. Of course, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and yes, I will do a manna, and then we're going to have worship at New Life on tomorrow. I can't wait because I have a word for us with respect to Thanksgiving, with respect to that. But nevertheless, let's get right into the word on this morning with some greeting first. And then we will share the word. Good morning, Ramona. How are you? Good morning, Angela. How are you? Cynthia, how are you? Joel, how are you? Gerald, how are you? Lydia, how are you? Pastor Sexton, how are you? Francine, how are you? Verena, how are you doing on this morning? Anna, how is everything on this morning? Diane, how are you on this morning? Lala, how are you? Lola, I think I got it right. Did I get it right? This morning. Good morning, Elder Mobley. How are you? Elder Jan, how are you on this morning? This morning, it's all about faith and family. We're going to dig into some things pretty deeply on this morning and try to grab a hold of a couple things that I want to share with you on this morning. And this morning, I want to also talk a little bit about my book. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Now, in my book here, uh, Fabulous Family. You can go on Amazon and get it. I'm going to encourage you to get it. Now, many of you already have it, and then there are some of you do not have it yet. So please get it. Fabulous Family: How to Raise a Fabulous Family. It is family-ish. How to raise a fabulous family, and I want to just encourage you to get it. To get it, go on Amazon and grab it. And guess what? There are several things that it raises, and I'm just going to mention a couple, and then I'm going to get right into the manna on this morning. In order to raise a fabulous family or to have a family of faith, there are five things that we lift up. That you got to have a family that has grace, a family that has intentionality, a family that has intimacy, a family that has empowerment, and a family that learns from life lessons. I'll say them again. You can get this in my book. I want to encourage you to get it. It will really, really help you. And that is um, a life lessons and family that has grace, family that has empowerment, family that has intimacy and intentionality. Please get that. Please get that. And so to that end, I want you to grab that. Go on power on Amazon and grab that, and it'll really help you to really speak to the growth of your family, the growth of your family. So this morning, as always, the text, the talk, and the takeaway, 5 minutes or less. And let's jump right into it on this morning. Here is the text. The text is what it was on yesterday. In Genesis 3:6, Genesis 3:6, and he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Jacob. What am I saying here? God identifies God's self through family. He says, you want to know me? Look at family. You want to know how I present myself? I created family first. I put family in first. So get a hold of that. And then, and then if you want to know how I am transmitted from one generation to the next, it is through family. So faith and family. First thing is this, and I'll talk about the text. Faith is found in family. You found your faith in family. You were introduced to God in your family. And therefore, you gained faith, and it began with your family. Whether it was your father, your mother, whether it was an uncle or aunt, whether it was a cousin who was devoutly in the word. it began in your family. Second thing is this: faith will either flourish or be extinguished in family. Faith will either flourish or be extinguished in family. In other words, um, the way you grow faith is by the development of your family in the fear of God. Now, in a family, you can actually extinguish a person's faith based on what the family has around it. Through the ups and downs of family, dismissing God, all of that happens. If you want to see someone who doesn't know God, go back to their family roots, and that'll show you. It'll show you. So faith is found in family. Faith is either flourishes or extinguished in family. And here's the third and final thing: faith is foundational. Faith is foundational. What are you talking about, Bishop? This is what I'm saying here. You will have faith. You have an intrinsic, intuitive response to life with faith. What are you saying, Bishop? You're going to have faith in something or somebody. Life is such that it requires you to have a belief, and it is far better to have a faith or a system of belief in God than a system of belief in man or things. So faith is foundational. Faith will either flourish or be extinguished in the family. And faith is found in your family. That's when you found it, was in your family. What's your takeaway this morning? Since you found it, pass it on. Pass on, not the peas, not the banana pudding, not the turkey on tomorrow. Pass on the faith. Pass on the faith. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna, and I'll see you in church on Thanksgiving Day, 10 o'clock to 11:15. God bless you.